Hello and welcome to the Slip Slip Sis YouTube channel. I'm Che, one half of your Slip Slip Sis duo, coming to you with a special video taking after my sister's lead with my first Craft With Me vlog. I'm going to take you through my vanilla DK socks journey. And I have been on a vanilla DK sock since 2023 and feel like I have landed upon the formula that I really like to do. It is definitely based on the Crazy Sock Ladies Vanilla DK Socks pattern, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. So I follow her counts with a couple of adjustments along the way. So I thought it would be fun to bring you all with me, but also in less than a week, my sister, my dad, myself, and my niece are participating in the Knit for Food Knit-a-thon, and we are, of course, racing each other. So this is also going to help me time myself to see how fast I can make a pair of DK socks. So not only will I be walking through each step and showing each of those different pieces, but also how long each section takes me. So the cuff, the leg, the foot, and then the toe, and then the heel is going to be an afterthought heel, because I've found that I really enjoy doing an afterthought heel with my DK socks, which is a step away from the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern. In that free pattern, it is a slip stitch heel flap, which is totally fine. I've done plenty of socks with that, but I've just found that the fit for both is equally fine for me, but I just like the process of doing an afterthought heel. So that is what I will be doing for my socks. I already have my yarn caked up. It is in this beautiful cozy from Cookie and Bees, who unfortunately is no longer selling their products. And then this fun yarn is my February Yarnable from this year. Yes, February 2024. I am a Yarnable subscriber, and this one is called Love is Love on their plush DK base, which is an 85/15 Super Wash Merino nylon. And we do have, if you're interested in Yarnable, it is a subscription service. I've been getting this for now a year again. So my sister and I got it when we were splitting it. We used to get fingering weight and split it, and that was, I think, the year of 2021. I could be incorrect. And then we stopped for a while, and then I restarted getting a DK weight. And we do have an affiliate link down below, as well as a code for, I believe it's $5 off your first box. Yarnable isn't always open, but if you head over to their website, you can sign up to get on the list for when she announces when she is opening up more spots. So that is the yarn I will be using for these socks. And I knit my DK socks on 9-inch circulars, ChiaoGoo, US size 3. And I have picked out this, whoops, dropped my needles. This cute little mermaid stitch marker, which I believe my sister's brother-in-law made for me. I think this was one of the Michael ones, or maybe it was my brother-in-law, my sister's husband. I don't know. One of the Stone Boys helped me make this, or was it Dad? Now I don't know. One of the lovely gentlemen in my life has helped me with my stitch marker. So I am just about to make some lunch, but then I will show a little bit. I'm going to start with the cast on and the cuff and time that along the way. And I haven't decided if I want to time both socks, like the time it takes me to make both socks, or just the one sock. And I am going to stop and start and like pause for taking the videos, also for like going to the bathroom, doing other life things, so that I can get a time of just the knitting. So not like all the in-between pieces of like when I get up. That is the goal. So I will decide if I'm timing. I guess I'll for sure get the time for one sock, and then maybe like video how long that takes, and then do the second sock, because maybe I get faster, maybe I get slower. We'll see. But I'm excited to see actually how fast it goes, because the Knit for Food Knit-a-thon is 12 hours. So hopefully it doesn't take me 12 hours, or else I'm gonna have to think of a new strategy for that. But here we go. All right, so I finished my cuff in 12 minutes and 50 seconds. I cast on 40 stitches, and I did a 2x2 ribbing and 10 rounds, which is the normal amount that I do. So now I am heading on to the leg, which I typically do 40 rounds for. Usually it's 30 if I do a slip stitch heel flap and slip stitch heel flap, but I do 40 when I'm doing afterthought heel just for a little bit of extra length. So on to the next segment. All right, so the leg took just under 37 minutes. I have my light bulb stitchers here, marking every 10 rows, and I have marked for the heel. Next is still plain stockinette. That would be the foot section, and I can't remember if I do another 40 or if I do 35. So I'll kind of measure against my foot once I get to 35. But making really good time on this sock so far. Okay, tube is done. Turns out it was 35 that I need for my foot, and now I'm going to start on the toe. I do have my magic loop needles ready for when the toe gets too small. This section took me about 33 minutes. So I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into this sock. All right, toe is done. Took me about 13 minutes and 38 seconds. So now I am going to cut in for the afterthought heel. All right, we have a finished sock, and I'm kind of obsessed with this yarn as well. This was perfect to work with because it was just exciting. So the afterthought heel ended up taking me, I just looked at it, I think about 20 minutes or so. So I finished this one sock in an hour and 57 minutes. So that is absolutely good to know in terms of the sock and the timing of it. I still think I will time myself for the second sock, but I won't do like the breakdowns for the different pieces. I will put up a screenshot of the different laps from my timer of how long each section took me, and then so it sounds like I can probably make these socks in a pair of these full-length socks in about 2 hours. So keeping that in mind for the challenge, I think if I make shorties and maybe do 20 rounds instead of the 40, that would save me a bunch of time in terms of making the socks for the Knit for Food knit-a-thon to race against my family. But I am going to go do a couple things around the house, but I will get going on sock number 2 and do kind of like a general timing of that just to see if it's about the same. And then, but I should be able to, it's about 4 o'clock right now, so I should be able to finish these socks by this evening. So very, very excited. All right, it is just before 7 p.m. and we have a finished pair of socks. Very exciting. This one took me an hour and 55 minutes. So I think we are in a good spot with these. It's kind of nice to know exactly how long it does take me. I will say, like, I was a lot more focused and probably knitting faster than I normally would, but overall, I'm gonna guess around 4 hours is how much it takes me to do my vanilla DKs. So thank you so much for joining me along this process of crafting with me, timing myself, figuring out how long it takes. This is pretty much my typical for DK in terms of the different sections and what I would do. I sometimes do mix it up, add the pop of color, which would add some time, but ultimately this is pretty much what we're looking at. So stick with us if you want to see some more things in terms of crafting with us. Gabs does an excellent job. But if there's any projects you're interested that you see us kind of having reoccurring things, let us know and we'd be happy to share what we are making. Until then, see you next time.